Senator from Iowa.
Today, Senator Johnson and I will present our third speech on the Biden investigation series. Today, we will focus on James Biden, the president's brother. Hunter Biden wasn't the only Biden family member who had connections to the Chinese Communist regime. James Biden did as well. Before we begin our discussion, I think we need to mention the main company once again, the Chinese company that goes by the initials CEFC. In the first two speeches, Senator Johnson and I established the connection between CEFC and the Communist Chinese government. We established the connection between CEFC and Hudson West 3. We then established the connection with Hunter Biden's OWASCO, Hudson West 3, and CEFC. We showed that Hunter Biden and James Biden actively assisted CEFC as it worked to expand its footprint and its holdings in the global and U.S. energy sector. And today, we'll add James Biden's Lion Hall Group to the list of Biden family companies connected to the communist regime. In my and Senator Johnson's September 23rd, 2020 report, we showed that Hunter Biden and James Biden and their aligned firms received approximately $4.8 million from Hudson West 3 from August 2017 to September 2018. During that same time frame, Hunter Biden's OWASCO sent 20 or so wires to James Biden's Lion Hall Group. Those 20 wires totaled just about $1.4 million. The liberal media and our Democrat colleagues originally tried to claim that Johnson and my findings were Russian disinformation. Last week, the Washington Post reported the following, quote, over the course of 14 months, the Chinese energy conglomerate, here parenthetically they're referring to CEFC, and its executives paid $4.8 million to entities controlled by Hunter Biden and his uncle, according to government records, court documents, and newly disclosed bank statements, as well as emails contained on a copy of a laptop hard drive that purportedly once belonged to Hunter Biden, end of quote. The Post also reported this, so I start the quote. During that time period, about $1.4 million was transferred from Hunter's account to the Lion Hall Group, the consulting firm that James Biden ran, according to other government records reviewed by the Post. End of Washington Post quote. Senator Johnson and I were right 2 years ago. We knew it then, but it's been a long road to defend our work product. The liberal media and our Democratic colleagues aggressively tried to make the case that we were peddling Russian disinformation. Now, what will the liberal media and my Democrat colleagues say now in light of last week's Washington Post article that substantiated the work that Senator Johnson and I have been doing? We still haven't received any apology from our Democratic colleagues for their false claims against us these past several years. They haven't apologized to the American people, and I'm not going to hold my breath. When will the big-time media in Washington awaken to respect my reputation for the thorough investigative and oversight work that I do as a senator? And it's also my constitutional responsibility to do exactly that. Now, we have more records to discuss today. Today, Senator Johnson and I will show you financial transfers direct from Hudson West 3 to the Lyon Hall Group. In other words, in these transfers, Hunter Biden's Owasco isn't the middleman. So let's look at the first poster here. This is a January 2018 bank statement from Hudson West 3. Now, there's a lot going on here, so I'll just mention several items. First, we've got two examples of more wire transfers from Hudson West 3 for $165,000. The underlying wire data, which Senator Johnson and I will make public this very day, shows that money went to Hunter Biden's Owasco. That money was for the August 2017 LLC agreement, which, by its terms, saw James Biden become a manager of Hudson West 3. That agreement sent $100,000 to Hunter Biden and $65,000 to James Biden every month. Those transactions occurred after the $5 million wire from Northern International Capital to Hudson West 3 on August 2017. Northern International was connected to Yi Jinping, who was connected to the communist regime. Now, we explained all that in our second speech just last Tuesday. Second, this statement shows several examples of wires from Hudson West 3 to CEFC. As Senator Johnson and I have established, that company is an arm of the communist Chinese regime. This new record shows how closely connected Hudson West 3 was with CEFC, while Hunter Biden and James Biden received money from Hudson West 3. Third, we've got a January 17, 2018 wire to Lyon Hall Group. Now, that happens to be James Biden's company. James Biden received $18,000 from Hudson West 3. The same month, that company sent money to CEFC. Now, this is just one example of many. Accordingly, the official bank record makes clear the financial connections between and among James Biden and the communist Chinese elements. To the liberal media and my Democratic colleagues, is this the official bank record is that Russian disinformation, as you accused us of spreading. Now let's go to the second poster.